Have you ever found yourself in a situation where your immediate reaction was more of a reflex than a response? A sharp word in anger, a hasty decision under pressure, or even a like on social media that you later regretted? These are moments we've all experienced where our reactions have led the way, often leaving us to deal with the consequences. Today, we delve into understanding why sometimes the best reaction is, in fact, no reaction at all. Let's start by understanding what we mean by reaction. In psychological terms, a reaction is an immediate response to a stimulus. It's often emotional, impulsive, and without much forethought. It's that quick reply to a comment that you type out in anger, or that sharp retort you give in an argument. Now let's contrast this with non-reaction. This doesn't mean being passive or indifferent. Rather, it's about making a conscious choice to not let your immediate impulses control your actions. It's about taking a moment, however brief, to assess the situation and then deciding if and how you want to respond. This pause, this moment of choice, is where the power of non-reaction lies. It gives you the space to respond rather than react, to choose thoughtfulness over impulsiveness. In history and across cultures, the power of non-reaction has always been recognized and revered. Think of the Stoic philosophers of ancient Greece, who taught the value of mastering one's emotions. Or consider Eastern philosophies like Buddhism, which emphasize mindfulness and the art of maintaining inner peace in the face of external chaos. Even in Proverbs, we find wisdom like, "The one who has conquered himself is a far greater hero than he who has defeated 1,000 times 1,000 men." These historical and cultural references underline a universal truth, that there is immense strength in choosing not to react impulsively. Now let's explore the benefits of non-reaction. Firstly, it allows for better decision-making. When you don't react immediately, you give yourself the time to consider all aspects of a situation, leading to more thoughtful and effective decisions. Secondly, non-reaction helps you maintain control over your personal power. When you react, especially emotionally, you're often giving away your power to the person or situation that elicited that reaction. By choosing not to react, you retain that power within yourself. And finally, there's emotional control. Non-reaction helps you manage your emotions more effectively, preventing you from saying or doing things you might later regret. It's like being in the eye of the storm. The world may swirl around you, but you remain calm and centered. Let's illustrate the power of non-reaction with some hypothetical scenarios. Imagine you're in a meeting and a colleague unfairly criticizes your work. Your first impulse might be to defend yourself aggressively, but instead, you choose not to react immediately. You take a deep breath, allowing yourself a moment to process. Later, you approach your colleague calmly to discuss the feedback constructively. Here, non-reaction allowed you to transform a potentially confrontational situation into an opportunity for professional growth. In another scenario, think about a time when you read something provoking on social media. Instead of reacting with a knee-jerk comment, you choose to step back. This pause helps you avoid the negativity spiral and keeps your peace of mind intact. Adopting non-reaction as a habit isn't easy, but it's certainly achievable with practice. One effective strategy is mindfulness, being fully present in the moment and aware of your thoughts and feelings without judgment. When a situation arises, acknowledge your impulse to react, but then take a moment to just breathe and center yourself. Another strategy is to create a pause habit. Before responding to anything, count to 5. This brief interval can often be enough to shift from a reactive mindset to a responsive one. And remember, practicing non-reaction doesn't mean you never respond. It means when you do respond, it's thoughtful and deliberate, aligning more closely with your values and objectives. While the idea of non-reaction might seem straightforward, putting it into practice can be challenging. Our emotions, especially in high-stress situations, can be powerful drivers of our behavior. It's natural to feel defensive, angry, or hurt, and these emotions can trigger quick reactions. Acknowledging this is important. Understand that mastering non-reaction is a journey, not an overnight transformation. You'll have moments of success and moments where you revert to old habits. The key is not to be harsh on yourself during these times, but to learn from them and keep moving forward. As we come to the end of our exploration of non-reaction, remember that the power of not reacting lies in choosing how you respond to the world around you. This choice is a form of self-empowerment and wisdom. By practicing non-reaction, you're not only making better choices for yourself, but also setting a positive example for others. So the next time you find yourself in a situation where every fiber of your being wants to react impulsively, take a moment, breathe. Remember that sometimes the best reaction is no reaction. It's in this space of pause and choice where your true power lies.